Welcome to the Converse Cobb podcast.
Do you have so many that you do? You forgot what we're called?
I forgot what we call this one. I'm Ryan Connor.
I'm Nick Cobb.
Fantastic.
Yay.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. I tell you what, YouTube, there is nothing. What's the word that they use for us every time? I should have had that word ready. Shocking. There's no shocking content on this podcast. There never is. There never has been. They've now blocked, I think it's 5 or 6 of the last 7 podcasts from being searchable.
Yeah,
for
shocking. I wish we were shocking. I wish we deserved that.
Genuinely makes me want to just make this a political podcast, but I'm not going to. I'm not even going to say that word again, because then they're going to mark us down for electioneering again, because in one of the episodes we said something about a mayoral candidate.
Oh, the guy like Frog Legs or whatever his name was?
No, Wheelchair Larry.
Wheelchair Larry.
Yeah, Wheelchair Larry.
Frog Legs. That's how I filed it away.
You mean old Frog Legs McGillicuddy? I don't think we were talking about frog. Hey, have you ever seen this? It was
running for deputy mayor in Tallahassee.
There was a 60 Minutes report maybe 10, 15 years ago about this British woman who got really sick, and she was in the hospital, and she was in like a brief coma. And when she came out, she had this Chinese accent that they were reporting was a Shanghai accent, which then I saw later. People said, this is not a Shanghai accent. This is a 6-tone accent. Shanghai is 4. This is actually a Hong Kong accent. Regardless, Have you seen this? It is a white British woman. She gets sick. She wakes up and speaks in the kind of accent that would get us fired from our jobs today. And she's on
just
60
an accent,
Minutes.
or she can speak the language?
No, English with that accent.
Oh, and that's all.
It's shocking. I mean, if we weren't doing this remotely, I would run it through the board so you could hear it. But it's just picture the most absurd, stereotypical accent.
I know. Yeah. It's like a comedy from like the 60s.
Yes.
Yes,
exactly.
It's like whenever they wanted to make fun of like an Asian character, the actor wouldn't even be Asian.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd just be like Jimmy Durante, and then they would just have him do a voice.
Do you think it's plausible that you could say get the flu and then wake up with a Chinese accent?
I think it's hilarious. The idea of somebody gets sick, they're
riding it all the way to 60
for
Minutes.
A few months, and then they wake up racist.
How did they get to 60 Minutes? How did they not go, well, this is clearly fake?
I mean, you got to kind of applaud her for her resolve.
I mean,
Goodness.
If that was on Rank Them, white lady, I think we did do that one time, actually.
I don't think we did.
White lady who speaks in a bad, Chinese accent. I think we did do that, and both of us were like, that's definitely third. I
don't remember that, but throw it in on this one. Make it a 4th one.
Okay.
What do you think? Just for fun, huh?
I'll do it.
Man, my kids were sick all week long. They're just today better. And my daughter kept on walking in like in the morning talking about the fever dreams she had. And I hope she forgets them. I hope she just forgot.
Because you don't want her to tell you about her dreams anymore? God,
yeah,
why are we doing that?
I don't want to hear about them. Today, it snowed all day today. And my son, who is 6, looks out the window and he goes, "That snow is so goddamn big." He said that.
Shocking content.
He kind of takes on an accent. He's like, "That's so damn big." Like, it's just weird to hear. Like, because damn is the least bad of the cuss words, right?
Yeah,
is
but
it even
he
a
used
cuss
it
word?
right.
What's that?
He used it right.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about it's an old one. It's the oldest cuss word we have.
Yeah.
I guess hell, but hell wasn't always
in the
used.
Bible. Damn is, so it's even,
But what? So would you even consider it a cuss word? I would say so. I mean,
yeah, I think so. I mean, but like I said, it's a minor one. It's like if you use it in a religious context, then religious people perk up. But in any other context, it doesn't matter at all.
Would it
Right?
ever, under any circumstances, be a deal breaker for you
What do you mean?
if somebody said "damn"?
What do you mean? Well, nothing. I don't care what anyone says as long as they're not being hateful. What deal breaker in what way?
That you would be like, I can't handle this. Like, not from
What
this
do you
person.
mean? I don't care what people say. Why would I care? Why would I care?
If somebody picked up your pen and they're like, this damn pen, would that be it for you?
I
Would you
would
just
be
snap?
furious. I would
All
be
right.
furious. I'd be going straight down to the sheriff.
Dude, I got so bored this week because I was just nursing. You know, I was just running triage in my house. I was the only one who wasn't really sick.
Thought you meant you were breastfeeding people.
Yeah, I was just, I was just nursing this guy down the street. It's a TaskRabbit. So I made something. I invented something. I don't know why this hasn't been invented. Perhaps it has, but I've started a kind of mishmash food, and I made what I call donut lasagna.
You definitely live in the Midwest now.
Yes, I do.
This is
Amy brought home a half dozen donuts, right? I don't even like Dunkin' Donuts that much, but she brought home half, and then there was a lasagna there. And you know how the lasagna, they'll be like, okay, put it in the oven for 60 minutes, take it out, remove the little liner, put it back in for another 5, right?
That's the best frozen food there is Stouffer's lasagna.
That's what I did, right? Yeah. So I took this, and if an apple fritter is involved, just forget it. I can't help myself.
What did you do with these donuts?
Basically, I put them in the lasagna and I ate them together. And
lasagna.
I just ate them look, they were both in my mouth at the same time. Now, whether they were combined is another issue.
What type of donut?
But it was an apple fritter.
Tell me it was like a Boston cream.
No, it was an apple fritter, but there's still a filling.
So an apple fritter with lasagna, that does not go together.
It does, actually. It really, really does. You take a bite. You know, it's like if you have a plate of food, like Boston Market. You know what I'm talking about.
Now.
Yeah. Well, look, that's the whole thing. Is that I had just gotten back from the cardiologist, and I just weighed myself, and I'm tired of trying. Whatever I'm eating now, I would have lost weight real fast 10 years ago on how I'm eating now.
Yeah.
I would have lost weight real fast. Now, not so much. I lost like 3 pounds since I started this thing, since like New Year's Eve, which is just eating salads all the time. I'm eating salads all the time. And then I look at that scale and it's three freaking pounds. That's what I lose.
Yeah.
And so I just had it. Everybody was sick, and I started eating a donut with lasagna while I was mumbling to myself about how I'm 46 and no one has noticed the 2 pounds that I've lost. Nobody's noticed it.
No one's going to pick up on that.
Nobody.
Are you eating a lot of fiber?
Who cares?
Do you eat a lot of fiber?
I don't know. What is fiber, actually? Is it just... I only know fiber is grape nuts. That's the
basically
only thing
vegetables and fruit. They'll say a cereal is high fiber, but it's not. You know, in comparison, basically vegetables and fruits. Eat things like sweet potatoes and
I eat all this stuff
and stuff like that. But
I eat vegetables and fruit all the time.
I think it's like around 30 grams of fiber a day.
Okay, I don't know how to tell that, but I eat a lot of it.
You can,
and I poop every morning, probably 4 times.
I'm not going to get into the consistency of your poop because it's not this kind of podcast. But get MyFitnessPal.
Well, let me go back to grape nuts. Is that
the app, and then track your macronutrients.
God, everything is an app.
But I'm trying to help you.
Amy just got me a pillow for Valentine's.
If all you're eating is salad and you're not losing weight, I think you're backed up.
No, I'm not backed up.
You're not?
No.
All right.
That's not a problem that Daddy has. I'm sorry I said that.
The Daddy has.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Dude, do sardines, right?
Yeah.
I now do sardines maybe about 5 days a week. Rachel's dad, for practical purposes, my father-in-law, but not technically by law.
Does he say damn?
Yeah, I've heard him say it.
Unbelievable.
So, his doctor was like, watch, certain numbers or whatever, you need to get these under control. They're starting to rise, and he's I think 68, something like that. It's reasonable. He's a very healthy person though, and he didn't want to go on medication. He starts eating sardines every morning, and they're like, your cholesterol and blood pressure are like an 18-year-old. What have you done? He's like, all I did was I added sardines every morning.
No kidding.
But yeah,
The what?
It's the fats.
I know, but what does he add? Sorry, I mean, I understand you're just saying like adding to my diet, but
so here's how I eat sardines. I just do out of a can.
Listen up, YouTube.
No,
you ready to cancel us?
No, just I eat them out of a can, and sometimes I'll have with crackers, right?
Okay.
I used to just raw dog it, right? And then my nephew
Stop.
I was doing it in front of my nephew. My nephew was like, "You raw dogging those sardines?" He's like, "You want some crackers?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't even think of that." So I started doing crackers. I'm like, "Oh, this is way more palatable," because I'm only doing it for health. I do not really like the taste of them unless they're like fried, and that counters it. So here is how my father-in-law eats them, because he doesn't like them plain either. He eats them with oatmeal and soy sauce.
What?
It is shocking to see.
Oh, how did he come up with that?
Well, he didn't really like them. It freaked him out a little bit. And he's like, well, oatmeal is good. It's a lot of fiber. And so he put it in there, and he was like, it needs something. So he threw soy sauce in there. I don't know what, I mean, some of it is like, he's a Buddhist Lama. He lived in Tibet for a while, and there's something like in his head about like, I think it's just remnants of having like a porridge for breakfast that might have fish and stuff like that. But no, you wouldn't do that in Tibet. That's more like Japan. But whatever, something from his younger years of having like fish and porridge and stuff. But man, I have never seen anything look more disgusting than a pile of sardines on top of oatmeal and then a bath of soy sauce around it.
Back when I was a kid, those days when I had,
you'd have fish porridge,
had grits and anchovies and wasabi. Back in those days,
I miss them. Back in the days of mussels and ice cream.
So how healthy is the anchovy? I mean, look, I know it's healthy.
Sardines. Anchovies are healthy too, but sardines, like I think a lot of the healthy stuff is in the skin, but it's the omega-3 fats, and then I don't know, there's other stuff in it too. It's just really good. So anyway, I started doing them since my last blood work, just to see if mine gets better. I mean, mine was already good, but like for my cholesterol was like, it was like my whatever it was, one of the numbers could have been a little better. So I'm like doing this now. So I just want to see what it is when I do my numbers again in like 4 months.
Dude, I like this cardiologist. My blood panel was pretty good, but I'm tempted to do this just to kind of like blow his mind.
Yeah.
The next time, just knock his socks off with my.
Just shock him.
So how good are sardines for you?
Like as healthy as any protein there is.
Okay. What else does he eat? In addition to oatmeal, soy sauce, and sardines,
fruit and stuff like that. I mean, he eats pretty healthfully. Although it's really funny though, like once a week he'll go, I'm a veg. Like we're out to dinner one time, and we're looking at the menu, like we're ordering as a table, and he goes, well, I'm vegetarian now, and everyone's like, what? When did this happen? And he's like, yesterday.
Yeah, people pull that all the time. I think it's just. Was it so he didn't have to kind of pay like is the same amount as everyone else at the table?
What are you talking about?
Like I'm only gonna have a salad. I'm vegetarian.
No. It's like we're all splitting the meal. But yeah, he's not really a vegetarian. He just doesn't eat meat frequently. It's like the same as me and a lot of people.
Yeah,
he just every now and then calls himself a vegetarian. It's really funny. Like
it's the guy. Yeah, you put it on the table and take it off at your convenience.
We were ordering the other night when we were staying up there, and he was like, okay, I'm a vegetarian. I want to get something vegetarian. And he goes, all right, let's get the chicken. So I think it's more of a mindset than a lifestyle. I'll tell you a weird doctor thing. I finally have good health insurance, right?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I have my toes broken. Did I tell you this?
I mean, sure, if you played basketball for a long
No,
time.
it's not a sports thing. I slipped on my steps back
Oh.
in like late December.
I would have gone with the sports thing.
And I slipped down 3 different steps and hit the exact same part of my foot on all 3 steps.
Mm.
It was killing me for about, I don't know, 3 to 5 days. And then it was like just tolerable. I haven't been able to run since late December though, but it was tolerable. And then the last 2 weeks it's been excruciating. And I got x-rays on Wednesday and I still have not heard back. Meanwhile, like I can barely walk. Isn't this crazy? I mean, like it's
not
UCLA.
crazy.
It's like it's supposed to be one of the best health systems in the country. And they're like, yeah, radiologist hasn't gotten to it yet.
I mean, it's a big one too. I mean, look, I don't know that I've ever been completely happy at any medical facility I've ever been to. Call it UCLA, USC, who did my vasectomy. I mean, they called me back for no reason. There's a lot of, I had a Trojan do my vasectomy, so that's cute. But there's a lot of just like extra, it's kind of like too many cooks in the kitchen, one hand eye talking to the other, whatever, cliche you want to use.
Is that what it is?
That's how I always feel it is.
So I've never had good health insurance until now, except when I was a kid. And so this is just blowing my mind that they didn't read my x-ray on the spot. After they did the x-rays, I'm just standing there. I'm like, okay. And they're like, oh, the radiologist will read it and we'll get back to you. I'm like,
yeah. Uh-huh.
I said, then what? And they're like, then we'll call in like, you'll probably have a walking boot and crutches. And I'm like,
but shouldn't I have that now because it's a broken foot?
We're delaying the walking boot and crutches, and I'm just like hobbling around, making
That's
sure I
their
don't
game
bend
plan,
my foot.
man. Delay all day. I went to a podiatrist like 6 months ago, and he took X-rays, and he came out. He's like, I'm like, what? Is my foot broken? He's like, your foot would be better off if it were broken. But there's no real follow-up. It's like, okay, what do we do now? And he goes, just buy Asics from now on. But that's what you're going to give me?
It's like saying
Asics from now on.
It's like saying, doctor, I have a just perpetual headache. And he's like, a head like that ought to hurt. And just send you out the door.
Yes. It's like, do I have to give a copay for this?
Oh my God.
You just gave me bad news and no solution at all? This is what it's going to be when we get older and everyone who's just like looked at their phone their whole lives becomes doctors. They're just going to get bad news, cancel you in the room.
I don't even want to get into it.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
This has to do with the NBA All-Star Weekend. This question was inspired by NBA All-Star Weekend, something that I do not watch anymore. But I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Here's
I'm going to watch
one
tonight. I'm not going to watch the All-Star game, though.
Yeah, you're going to have to prove me wrong, All-Star game. I've wasted enough time.
Yeah.
So would you rather be able to heal broken bones?
On other people or myself?
Both, including your foot. For 2 months, heal broken bones. Like you just touch it and it's like Zelda. Or win the NBA All-Star dunk contest.
Oh, dunk contest, easy.
No problem. Yeah, you're that selfish?
I mean, not even a question. Well, if it's winning the dunk contest now, I don't know that you really get the prestige that you used to. I mean, not many people are talking about Mac McClung.
Yeah, but you would get a ton of prestige because you're not even a basketball player, and like you're not an NBA player.
Honestly, healing the broken bones, it doesn't matter. I do the dunk contest. It's like, I mean, that's like giving a man a fish instead of teaching him how to fish. I don't need. What am I getting out of healing some bones for 2 months?
I don't know. You make a lot of people happy.
What does humanity get up? I know, but it's 2 months. It doesn't do anything. And then they start studying how I did it, throwing all this money into this research, and they don't realize it was just magic. I wasted all these people's career
in the end,
just following their research, and they're like, we think we're onto it. I'm like, no, dude, it was magic.
Like,
it was magic the whole time.
It could be worth it just to break that news, just to make a lot of scientists sad. So
So
okay, so you'd win the
I
NBA
would just
champ.
go up and you know what? Yeah, I do that. I do the bone. I do the bone.
You would do the bone
I would do the bone. Here's why I do the bone.
because your foot.
Look, because we're both of these things. This is a prestige hypothetical, right? There's nothing truly practical about it because bones do heal. So
Oh, come on. There's a huge difference. If someone's femur is cracked, there's a big difference between them having to live with that for 6 months and you coming over and touching them like ET and it immediately heals.
how
Big
many
difference.
bones can I heal a day?
10.
10?
Yeah.
And
It's a lot of people who you're helping out.
how long can I do it? A month?
Yeah, sure, a month.
Yeah, I do the bone thing. I do the bone thing, and I'm gonna be charging though, based on the density of the bone.
God, you're so
Yeah, I'm gonna
greedy.
be.
So even with this,
Well, no, you know what I'll do then? You know what I'll do? I'll just charge 1,000, right, for each bone, each person. All right. So I'm making $300,000 in a month. Then it's a lot of money, but it's not enough that makes you go, that is disgusting.
but
Like,
how do you get the word out that you can do this and it's real? Because
I just
someone
post it
will
on Instagram. I say, who's got a broken leg? Let me touch it.
no, but you're gonna have to say I need the money first, because otherwise, with their now healthy foot, they can just run away.
No, they're going to be contracts. Okay. So I do that, and then I'll probably get a book deal out of it. I don't think I'm going the dunk contest again. I'm not getting a book deal. It's just one night of shenanigans, and then $100,000 check, and people are like, "So what charity does it go to?" I'm like, "It's mine. What are you talking about?"
I mean, that would be pretty cool. I'm sorry.
The
If you
dunk
somehow
contest?
were put into the dunk contest and they're like, who's this stooge?
Yeah.
And then you dunk all over everybody and they ask you how, and you're like, it's because every morning I have sardines, soy sauce, and grits. And that's your walk off.
I still think I do the bones.
Yeah.
I think that's the more longer term. That because to me it's like, then it's like, do I have the legacy of D Brown or Jonas Salk? Not that it's Salk level. It's not Salk
It's
level.
not. It's not.
It's not Salk level, but you're in the conversation.
If someone is like this, nobody came in and dunked like Vince Carter versus there's a weird guy over there who will touch your leg and it heals it. I mean, one is a lot more cool points if you care about that, but you also, I don't think you do because you weren't interested in my donut lasagna. What's
you
that?
know what I do the bone? Here's what I do with the bones. I would say, man, because it's like if someone doesn't have much money, you can't charge them to fix their leg. But I would be like, half the people have to have a lot of money, and they pay me a lot to do this for them, and then I'll do like
Some scholarship ones too.
Some scholarship ones too. I mean, you have to monetize it, right? I mean, you're stupid if you don't do that.
So, but you just put it on Instagram and expect someone, I mean, somebody's going to have to go first.
I'm just touching 10 femurs a day.
Yeah, you have to, again, someone has to go first and willingly pay you 1,000, which if they know would work. If you know this dude can fix your broken femur in a second with no pain, $1,000 is a bargain.
Yeah, a lot of people will think I'm full of shit, and then they'll see me do it, and they'll go, "Well, I guess he did it." And then, but then you also have to fight off a cult for the rest of your life. People who think that you're some sort of like faith healer,
and then you're just like, it's just magic, guys.
I'm like, this is not faith healing at all. This is just magic.
It was this at the slam dunk contest. No,
yeah.
What are you talking about? Here, I've got another one that's slightly similar.
Well,
would you rather,
which one would you do?
Probably slam dunk contest. Probably. It just sounds like an absolute blast.
I mean, high five and Shaq after you dunk. That's pretty cool.
Heck yeah, man. But here's a better one, I think. Would you rather have, we'll call it a mid-level superpower, or be John Stockton in the during the prime of his career?
What's a mid-level superpower?
I don't know. It's not, like you can read the
That,
minds of people that wouldn't really help you out either way, or, you can jump like 11 feet in the air.
but I'm not doing anything with it.
You can do whatever you want with it. You're not flying, but you can jump to like a high part of the tree. You impress.
I'm not playing in the NBA. I'm not doing anything.
You
I'm
can
not in
do
the
that if you
Olympics.
want.
I could be the world record holder in the high jump and long jump.
There's just, the world is your oyster.
I mean,
You can do anything
or you could be have John Stockton's career
in his prime.
for how long?
We'll
Hold on.
say,
Is this quantum leap? Am I in John Stockton's body, or am I me with John Stockton's ability and career?
you're in John Stockton's body. You're like an Inside Out. You're one of those characters, and you experience it. And everybody knows. I don't know. It's a weird,
This
multi-dimensional.
is insane. If it was me having John Stockton's career, I do that any day of the week. He's one of the 50 greatest players ever. I'd probably say he's like probably fourth best point guard ever.
Probably. But you take that over a mid-level superpower. It is a superpower.
If it was me doing that, I think that is a superpower. If you're that great of a distributor and defender, and you set that many dirty screens, that's why the John Stockton part troubles me, is his dirty screens. But I take the mid-level superpower.
Fine. You want Mark Price? How about
if
Mark
it's
Price
just me in his oh man, Mark Price, man. If he had,
is that more enticing?
If he'd stayed fully healthy, he doesn't have the legacy of Stockton. But if you did not grow up watching Mark Price,
badass.
If you did not grow up watching Mark Price, it's almost like watch some Steph Curry videos and then watch Mark Price, and you'll go, oh, okay.
100%. Do you know what one jersey I had growing up?
Was it Mark Price?
Mark Price All-Star jersey.
How did I know that? It was Mark Price.
I had that puppy.
He was nasty.
He was.
But
there was definitely not a single, and I'm including, what's his name? AJ Green from the Lakers.
AC Green.
AC Green. There cannot possibly be.
The Virgin.
Yeah. That's what he was known for. He could have gotten 15 rebounds in a game. They're like, but you never had any vagina.
They're like, another rebound by the Virgin. Do you remember he was
every game?
He was like
every game. Every time.
Was he a three-time champion? Three-time champion, I think.
Yeah.
And I remember he was on Oprah, and he's like, they're like, you want to talk about how you're like a three-time NBA champion? He's like, let's talk about how I keep this thing dry. There was a whole episode about how he was a virgin.
Look, man, every time a player has 10 seconds to shoot a free throw, right?
Yeah.
If AC Green was on the line, they would mention that to fill up that 10 seconds, they would say whatever, and they would end on virgin.
Yeah, it really was.
Every single time. He's been a solid player for 12 years. Man, he's such a good, he was second team all defense last year, and he's never gotten laid. Like, that's always what it was.
Not a lot of distractions in his life, as you can see in his play. Never really, you can tell there's nothing really from this personal life. There's nothing really coming in because there is no personal life per se. It was really weird.
I would say it's him and Mark Price in the finals as far as very good NBA players that would be the least fun to hang out with socially as a bachelor.
You said Mark Price and AC Green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why you were building a team
I don't know
around...
anything about Mark Price as a person.
Well, he's saying gospel in the locker room.
Oh, I did not know that. Jeez. Hold on. AC Green won the title in 2000 Nance. Also. He was on the team till 2000. I did not. Jeez.
Well, he didn't use up his energy in any other part of his life.
Right.
It was all for the court.
He holds the NBA record for most consecutive games played. He played 1,192 games without missing one.
Yep. Well,
that's amazing.
Not going to hurt his knee in the bed.
And he did end up having relations around the age of 40.
Stop.
Yep, he's married. I assume that they've consummated. He got married in 2002.
So Oprah talked about his virginity for an hour.
Yeah, it was an hour about his like promoting abstinence until marriage. He had a youth foundation.
Oh God, that actually sounds like a great place to meet girls if you were that age at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is.
It's like what they say about Bible camp. People always who grew up going to Bible camp, they're like, "Oh, say what you will, man. It was cash. It was the best. It was the best place to meet somebody. All that repression in the woods.
Yeah, I don't think it's going very far though.
It doesn't take much to get excited at
Yeah,
that point.
light petting. What was the question? Mark Price. Oh, wait. What was our question?
Originally, it was a mid-level superpower or John Stockton.
Mid-level superpower, easy. You? I don't need to take
I'd
over
say
John
mid-level
Stockton's
superpower.
body.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just more creative. I mean, after you decide which one it is, I mean, that's what it is. But yeah, I just think that there's a better, like, you could just do more interesting things.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be awesome to have John Stockton's career. You have the respect of everyone around you, even though you're wearing Kirkland clothes everywhere you go. But
yeah. What if you could smell prey from a mile away?
Well, that's mid-level superpower. Final one. Would you accept $10,000 for your favorite memory? Would you sell your favorite memory for $10,000?
Let me answer that after showing you what your camera angle looked like at first. It was like this.
Oh, I know. It was right on. You don't think I see myself? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What's the question again?
Would you sell your favorite memory for $10,000? And before you ask, it is tax-free. It's a Venmo.
What does that mean?
You no longer have that memory.
Oh, I don't know what my favorite memory would be.
Okay. Well, then I thought you were a deeper man.
Yeah, but like to have a singular favorite memory, I don't know.
Fine. How about 10,000? But no, you know what? I'll say 20. Would you accept $25,000, but you misremember a crucial event in American history, and everyone is constantly like, Ryan, Trump didn't beat Biden, and you're like, but he did, and you're not even a fan of it.
You're not a conspiracy theorist.
This is how you remember.
You're just. I mean, so it's like selective dementia.
Okay, you've made it sound really sad. I just mean, don't ask Ryan about the Civil War, because he'll say that the South won, and he really believes it.
I'm not doing that for $25,000.
No, you're not going to.
I'm not doing that for $25,000. Absolutely not.
No.
I'm going to argue that the South won the Civil War for $25,000.
No, I mean, look, you can pick another one, but you just completely misremember it.
Well, I think half the country gets our history wrong, like has no idea or gets it wrong. But I'd rather not be in that group. I don't think I would want to join that group for $25,000.
Well, it doesn't have to be any like hot political topic now. It could be something minor. Could it just like be when somebody brings up the War of 1812 and you're like, it was, and you're like, it was 1817. It's the War of 1817.
Oh, if it's that way, if it's something like that, yeah, I'll do that for $25,000. Or if it's like,
yeah, that's when the money.
I don't think
has
Roseanne
to go
ever had a TV show. I would do that for $25,000. Just insist that Roseanne never had a TV show. What was it called? Roseanne? I don't think that's right. No.
You would do that?
Yeah, I would do that for $25,000.
Because it makes you sound insane.
Yeah, but it's so inconsequential. Meanwhile,
that's why it's
got
insane.
A Honda Civic.
That's why it sounds insane.
Yeah.
Because you just keep on doubling down. Like Ryan won't even acknowledge.
It doesn't.
Like Ryan seems like a nice guy, but he won't even accept that Roseanne had a show.
When is that going to come up?
Who knows? But when it does, it'll be a problem.
I'm going to be a buffoon for a few minutes. I'd probably do that for $25,000. Yeah.
So people take out their phones, show you the IMDb, the Wikipedia, and you're just like, no,
And
no.
I just go, anyone could fake that. I I used to fix bones with touch. You're telling me someone can't fabricate a TV show on IMDb?
Fair enough. You got me on that
You
one.
wouldn't do it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd do it. Plus, it'd just be fun. Add a little spice to your life. Like I said, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm always looking for ways to make things interesting, which is why I combined a donut and my Stouffer's lasagna.
That is the most disgusting thing. We got to talk about something else. I can't
Wrong.
even.
The sardines in the oatmeal and the soy
Yeah, you're right.
sauce is more
That's
disgusting.
probably. But no, yours. The flavors are even worse together.
How do you know that when you've never even thought of trying it? I would say
Bec-
they're complementary.
because your boy cooks. I know what flavors go together.
I think an apple fritter goes with everything.
What's next? That is so disgusting.
They're not. Oh boy. I don't know, man. I'm just, looking for meaning everywhere. You know how on Amazon Prime, I'm trying. You know, you watch a movie on Amazon Prime and you
Henry
can,
David Thoreau. What are you talking about? I don't know. I'm just looking for meaning everywhere.
that's right. You can have health insurance or respect, but you can't have both.
What?
Can't
What are
have
you
them both.
What are you talking about?
You just can't. I just think if you're really being honest, you can't.
What are you talking about? What are you looking at?
Well, I'm looking up because there looks to be a fire a couple of houses down, but it's not. It's not. I keep on looking for excitement when it's not there. Just whatever.
Oh my God. What is your question?
No, I wasn't going to ask one. Look, man, I've started to watch movies on Amazon Prime, and you know how on Amazon Prime they'll show, like, here's some information on whatever actors are in the scene and whatnot. And the
Uh-huh.
other day I got a little sad. Not a lot, like 5% sad. That they didn't have, like, there was somebody riding their bike through the background actor in the scene. It was a walk and talk scene. People are walking on the sidewalk, and there's somebody riding their bike. Whatever. It was just background actor. And I was kind of sad when I paused it that they didn't include that person. I'm like, I want to know what happened to that background actor. What do they do with their life?
What are
And
you
they're not
talking
even.
about?
Have you not seen a movie on Amazon Prime?
You mean just like a movie?
Show anything. If you pause a movie or a TV show on Amazon Prime.
Oh, how it does the X-ray thing and it brings up the actors.
Yes.
That's what you're talking about. I thought you meant like a spin-off about the background actor. Oh, I see what you're saying.
I
You
want to
start
know
go in
about
and
their
find out
personal
where
life.
else.
Haven't
now
you
I
ever
get
been
it.
watching a movie and there's like tons of people in the crowd or somebody, whatever, in the background? And you're like, I wonder what that dude, like, are they still alive?
I've never done that actually, but I know what you're saying, and I get the appeal. Apple does that now too. Apple doesn't force it on you, but it has an option to look into it, where it lists everyone like Amazon does. So, are you finding out these
But they
things
don't
about people?
listen. They don't mention everyone. They mention, understandably, like the key actors, maybe the director or the writer, maybe. But if you're a background person, they will not have you in there. And I think that's kind of sad.
Only
in a way.
credited actors, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like that person spent their day trying to believably check their mail while the lead actors were walking down the sidewalk.
Yeah. You know, I was they called it a feature extra on that show Damages on FX. I was a murder suspect.
Oh, no way.
Like Glenn Close show. I can't even remember what I said. It was something like I got on a bus or something like that, and I said something. But it was like one of those things where I'm saying it, but then they're not going to use my audio because they're calling me a featured extra.
Yeah.
And then they had me walking through a park and walking through a street as like this murder suspect, right? And I watched the episode, and let's just say it got trimmed down.
Unbelievable.
I was like at the scene of the crime. I'm dressed like the suspect, or the person who actually did it, and we have like a similar appearance. But that was about it, man. I'm like, man, this was 12 hours.
Yeah.
They called
Unbelievable,
me
right?
in too. They sought me out. I never submit for anything like this. I got hit up.
Stop it. Yeah, you did.
No, I'm serious.
You
I got hit
auditioned.
up about this.
No, I
My
believe you.
Yeah, but it was weird. Like my agent called me. I was like working at a temp job, and they're like, "Can you get down here by it was like 11 a.m. or something like that for damages wants you as a murder suspect."
Really? Did it pay okay?
I mean, it was probably not much. It was probably a few $100s.
You know,
Yeah.
at least it's different. I was an extra on a Japanese shampoo ad that they shot on steps of City Hall, like at midnight in January in New York. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. But you made like $80.
Was the shampoo called Moist Diane?
I would not know. Maybe
That's
I
a
would have remembered that.
that's a famous Japanese. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, it is Japanese. Okay. Um, hair care company, and we once had someone on our show, Ridiculousness, who actually did Japanese commercials for Moist Diane, and I mean,
Ooh,
it is just the funniest thing. I think I might buy some Moist Diane. So Rachel's in Berlin right now. It would be pretty funny if she came home. There's Moist Diane products in the shower, right?
yeah, no, that's a good one. I like that. I
And
like
she
that low
doesn't
level
listen.
pranking.
She doesn't listen to the podcast, so she would never know.
Yeah, I don't know if any. Amy doesn't listen to it either. She doesn't. Moist Dan. That's a great name.
Right? Isn't that so great?
It's so absurd.
Um,
Love
I
it.
don't know. So I'm sorry. I'm just ordering shampoo right now. Is that all right?
It seems. I.
Hey Nick,
I.
let's play Rank Them.
Yes.
Rank Them is a game where I list 3 attributes for a person. All these people, they're identical in every way except for these 3 defining characteristics. You have to rank them. Okay, you're spending the rest of your life with them. And you know what? For today, we will add a 4th one. This is unprecedented. Okay, we'll add a 4th one just because of our what we said earlier. Okay, so the first 3, they involve fringe hobbies. Okay,
Okay.
this person has fringe hobbies. One is okay, and they're very open about these hobbies. She attends at these actual events, a couple times a week. You have to go at least once a week, okay, and participate. But she spends at least 10 hours a week preparing for these events, okay?
What
Once a
kind
week.
of event?
Well, the first person, hobby horsing. Do you know
What
what
is
hobby
that?
horsing is?
No.
Do you know what? So it's like a horse's head on a stick, like a broomstick.
Oh, that's what that is?
They
Okay.
do this at actual like horse jumping facilities, but it's a person with the stick, and they jump them, and then they even do like dressage with the horse sticks. You have to pretend that
Okay.
you respect this, okay?
Respect it. All right, fine.
You
Yeah.
know, they're doing all the events that a horse does, except it's a person holding a broomstick with a horse head on it.
I mean, it sounds like a lot of fun. You're judgmental, man.
All right. Number
I'm
2,
on board for that.
competitive pig walking.
Okay.
I sent you a video of it
Uh-huh.
without context because I wanted you to know what it is. I saw this in person at the Sonoma County Fair last year, except I saw goats. It's basically people learning to, I don't know if tame is the right word. Maybe it is, livestock. And they walk with it. And while they do it, they stare at the judge. Just this intense stare.
I
And
saw that.
it's really nuts. And I haven't seen in person with pigs, but with goats, it was so disturbing. I had to walk away because if the goat is not obeying, they put a finger in his butt,
What?
and then the goat's like, "Arr!" Yeah, they put a finger in
That's
the butt.
part of the contest?
No, that's how you get them in line. You put a finger in their butt.
There's a contest out there at state fairs and stuff
Yeah.
where somebody sticks a finger up a goat's butt while they're staring at the judge.
Yes. If the
Wow.
goat's not in the right posture, they'll go off the foot.
Unbelievable. And
So
they
that's number
do
two.
it so much that it doesn't even like shock them
It
anymore.
doesn't phase them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That I had to walk away from it. I was so disturbed.
What is what does the winner get? Some
They get a
Clorox
ribbon. They get a
wipes?
blue ribbon.
Huh. Okay.
So
That's
10
it? You
hours a
don't get
week
any
of that, and you're going to at least one a month. Number 3
All right.
is giant LARPing, like 100 events with like 100 people, and you have to
Okay.
go. You can't, in all these, you can participate with her or not. You can participate or you can witness.
So
But
far, this is a very easy question.
witnessing a monthly LARP with 100 people is, that's going several hours. The fourth one is she is clearly not Chinese, but speaks English with a over the top Chinese accent.
Okay. Was she raised in China?
No, it's like that lady I was telling you about from 60 Minutes. It's
All
just
right.
like
Just
she was sick. She woke up and she was like, "Now I sound like I'm from Hong Kong."
All right. So I actually think those 3 gimmicks. Well, I mean, look, the Chinese accent's the worst of
Okay,
those. Okay, let's just put that on the shelf.
it
That's the
doesn't
worst.
occupy any of your time.
The fact that the whole point of this is she's perfect in every other way.
Except
It's very hard to believe that she is when she's speaking in a Chinese accent that's not authentic.
well, dude, she was really sick. She woke up with the accent. Tale as old as time.
I don't mind any of those fringe activities. I'm going to rate by the interest. I mean, easily the one that I'm the most okay with is the LARPing because that's a lot of fun.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. I don't see any problem with it at all. I think I'd be into it at least for a little while. The second one is the pig walk or the goat walk.
Really?
Yeah.
You put that over hobby horsing?
Yeah. Yeah. Hobby horsing just seems so lame.
So lame.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. But because you sent me the video, and maybe I'm biased, but I watched the pig walking. And whatever you want to say about it, it does not look boring. Those people are into it. And if somebody's interested in something a lot, I'm naturally going to be a little interested.
I'm going to send you a link to hobby horsing so you can watch real quick and have an informed opinion.
You're sending it now?
Yes. So there you go. While you're looking at this, I will say mine. Chinese accent's definitely fourth. That is just way. Oh, here, let me let you look at it first.
Hold on. I'm trying to turn down the volume. Okay.
It's fine. We'll just cut this,
Oh, God. What? There's a crowd there?
Yeah, there's a crowd. It's serious, man. It's competitive.
People are judging this?
Yeah.
They're just riding around on a fake horse.
Yeah, they're just gallivanting. It's just it's someone prancing with a broomstick between their legs.
I mean, that's pretty impressive that they can jump over the high bar like the equestrian events. I guess that's kind of cool, but
it?
I mean, it's really a little sad.
Yeah, it is.
I wish I had some kind of comp for that.
There is none.
I don't know. I guess it'd be like doing a play with your imaginary friend.
You haven't been around a lot of LARPing either, I don't think, based on your response there.
Well, it'd be a whole lot better than what I just watched.
LARPing's at least interesting to watch, but it's interesting in the way that, Jane Goodall loves what she does. I don't know that you want to be part of it. I know there's different communities, different ways of doing it.
All right. Well, look, I gave you mine.
I'm not going to Pizza Hut with you guys after.
I don't see how you have any disagreement with this.
Okay. Chinese accent's definitely last.
Yeah.
even if she can, chalk it up to a coma.
No, that is
I just
such a
don't buy it.
flimsy excuse.
It's 10 steps beyond claiming that you got autism from a vaccine. Number 3 is going to be competitive pig walking. It's so weird and disturbing. People start cheering maniacally because the pig is strutting. I mean, it's kind
That
of
sounds
funny,
really cute.
but if it's constant, man, and I just got to keep going there, and then I have allergies, I'm always sneezing at the fair. So then it's hobby horsing and LARP. I'm guessing the hobby horsing events are shorter.
They're also indoors from what we just saw. That's a big
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah, can you imagine LARPing in July and August? Oh,
LARPing is fun. You're in kind of a medieval times situation, and
you're
there's, a
romanticizing it.
tournament.
You're romanticizing it.
Okay.
I still do think I go LARP first just because at least there's some imagination there. And, then we got a sword in the house. Sounds fun.
Probably a falcon too.
Because we might even have a family falcon. Hobby horsing is going to be second. It's the lamest. It's definitely the lamest, but I don't have to be like, did you wash your hands after what you did to that pig?
Yeah,
That's just disturbing. The pig walking might end up being behind the Chinese accent. I don't know.
It's not great. I will give you that,
It's
because
not great.
once you see how they stare at the judges while they stick their finger up the pig's butt, you're not going to get that out of your head.
Look up competitive pig walking if you don't know what it is. It is, you don't want any part of it. You go to the Sonoma County Fair. It's just one after the other. You want to see them do it with goats, with llamas, with sheep, with pigs.
It's funny how they don't ever really do an animal that's so big that they could attack. Other than maybe a llama,
right.
I guess. But
I would love to see.
They're not doing that to a camel.
No, they're not doing the camel. Not doing the bull. Brown bear. Watch them finger a brown bear
because he's slouching.
Because he's slouching. Hold your shoulders back. Oh my God.
Goodness.
Well, Nick, I don't have anything else. Do you?
Nah, man. No, that was fun.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Nick, is there anything you'd like to promote? We should do this in the beginning while everyone's still listening. Go to my website, ryanconnorcomedy.com. Read my book. It's about what's happening in America, but about 40 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be about 70 years from now. It's about maybe 40. Maybe less. It's called The Party. Get it on Amazon. One of the oligarchs kindly sells it for me. I changed his name to something else in the book. Anyway, anything you'd like to promote, Nick?
No. Nope. Nothing right now.
Just nothing.
I'm sure there's something, but whatever. I'm not going to
lasagna with donuts.
And then, yeah.
All right. Fine.
That's free. That's free for everyone to enjoy. Donut lasagna.
Fine. Well, thank you for listening, everyone. We appreciate you. And that stuff. Bye.
Bye.
Just a couple of guys palling around, coming out of your speakers, a beautiful sound. They debate, berate, and have a laugh or two. Connor v. Cobb, for me and for you. La 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 la, la 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 la. Connor v. Cobb, for me and you.
Ryan and Nick. Nick and Ryan.
The Scoundrels of the Hour.